Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. We have already started here. More than happy to take the muscular approach. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now and he's in trouble. Way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on, this could be rather exciting.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
A 1-0 lead established. Pedro has given away a free kick. Pedro is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Going through. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Lovely bit of skill. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Iniesta. Being played forward. And it's Iniesta. And now the breakaway. Finds himself eased off the ball. It's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. And that has been cleared. Dani Alves. It's one! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Now, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
That's two now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Iniesta. Can he get through? Well, defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Perez gets it back. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. And it's Valbuena. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Looking to force his way. Has a hit! Valbuena finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Gets wrestled off the ball. This is gone, that's a foul. Brings it forward, looking to get within range. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Valbuena. Dani Alves with the cross.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box, and that speaks of little ambition.
And it's Iniesta. Quick glance at goal. Going for goal! Yes! And the lead is 3! It's the whistle for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And we're already back underway here. Iniesta. Here it is now, surely! Goes for goal! And here's the chance to counter. That's a decent ball. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Shoots! And he should have made it 4.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Some good stubborn defending there. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Goes long. Oh, it's opened up nicely for... Up to meet it! Away from immediate danger.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Iniesta. And it's Valbuena. Pedro has a goal! Oh, the keeper's done just about enough.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's got to be a change.
I just think that's really good management, introducing one of his younger players when the pressure's totally off, just allowing him some valuable, easy on-field experience time.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? The message is clear, none shall pass. Adriano. It's a goal kick.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
That's been won straight back. Cuts it out. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Iniesta. And it's Joaquin. Joaquin, real chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Coutinho. Joaquin tries to get it forward quickly. Battles to win it back. Now a chance to break.
Peter, we can only applaud that quality of tackle in the circumstances. It was probably goal-saving.
It into the middle, cleared away, hoists it forward. The ball's come loose and the chase is on.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had...
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Clears it out of harm's way. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just brushed off the ball there.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
It's come loose. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Coutinho. And it's Joaquin. Joaquin. Tries one! Forward it goes. So that's it. It is all over. Demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form. A big team beating a not-so-big team, and a lesson dealt.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, hello, welcome everybody. Delighted that you've been able to join us for our ongoing coverage of the preliminary stages of this competition. We have an intriguing top-of-the-table clash for you, where the focus for both teams involves no longer qualification, but which potential opponents and of which calibre they will be meeting in the opening round of what could be considered the business end of the competition. Making sure you hold on to top spot. We all know what a difference that can make. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, I must agree, especially in view... That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And the shot! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
It's a brilliant interception. You can get that clear. Real chance! Danger averted for now. And it's Iniesta. Iniesta plays it out to the wing. Adriano pumps it into the area. Gets up to head it! There it is! Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are...
Going for goal! He scores! They have pulled themselves right back into it. Oh, you've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Good turn, goes for goal! In for the follow-up! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
A chance that's created through very good grafting. Did well to get in the face of his opponent.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. Iniesta. Well read, he sorted that out. That's surely a foul, free kick.
Diogo Jota really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Jota is fouled. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Forward it goes. Gets good distance on it. And that is as far as they're going to go. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Jota looking to get on the end of this. Jota, he's onside. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Adriano spreads it towards the left. Ogbonna tries to get it forward quickly. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Iniesta. He's had a go! In he goes again! Oh, taken with style! And they get themselves in front! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Played into space out wide. Massive lead! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. Oh, the cross was inch perfect and the header unerring.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Iniesta tries to head towards goal. Plays it back, has a pop! Iniesta plays it, has a hit! Sticks it away! And they're back in front! Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. We hit half-time.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2. Well, the action has already resumed here. A real chance to break. Here's the through ball. Big chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Hoists it forward. And it's Adriano. Iniesta. Room for a shot. Lovely bit of skill there. It is quite a run he's making here. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Daniel Alves, played out to the right.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary...
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Gets it upfield. Adriano battles to win it back. Liverpool really are defending from the front.
They are, and this type of pressing is a case of counter-attacking a counter-attack. It's high octane and high pressure, high fitness.
Jones drives it forward. Good clearance and very necessary. Turns and goes back. Oh, shooting chance! Just too much. Fractions.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
And it's been taken straight back. Dani Alves. The referee's awarded a free kick. Looking to get within range. Oh, defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Chant, he's gone for it! Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Jones. And it's played forward. Plenty waiting in the middle. Whipped in. Great leap! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Daniel Alves. Nicely measured pass. Can he find a fit? Hits one! It's bounced out! They are rampant! And surely that settles it!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
What an adventurous run from a defender. So here comes a substitution.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Finds himself eased off the ball. He's still going. Where to next? Gets it into the middle. And that's been levered clear. Into the channel. Well positioned to make that interception. Tried to play it through.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. He's through the middle. Ogbonna. Elliott. Attempts to play it through. That's a promising ball. Jota, good challenge, he just stood firm. Out to the left it goes. Just brushed off the ball there. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Beautifully executed. And he's going long. And that will be the final act. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, qualification may have been confirmed with a game to spare, but they were determined to end on a high, almost as if they're sending a message to say, we're not backing off on this, we won it.
Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Battles to win it back. Good running with the ball, can they build on it? Gets wrestled off the ball. Now the counter. Has he picked him out? Gets the ball, big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Perez tries a pass forward. George Quensa. Keeper sends it forward. Shot at goal! He's scored! A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Hoists it forward. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. He'll hit it! Oh, that's a fine save!
Daniel Alves sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
And he's going long. Valladolid seek a performance here which reflects rather better on the boss. He's taken a fair amount of criticism in the wake of the last game.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blunt.
Up to meet it! It's come back out! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
That's just great play, Peter. A textbook example for any wannabe footballers out there on positioning and movement.
So that's 2 now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Oh, what a ball! Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Receives it in a good position. Has a go! He's got away with one there.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Shooting chance! Yes! And already they're looking to run away with it. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Iniesta. Going through. Oh, he's been flattened there. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards to increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. He was just never going to miss.
Well, that's the way to take a penalty. Stand up, pick your spot, and blast it home.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Could move up a gear here. Larin. Played into space out wide. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Tried to play it through.
Oh, Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Good distance on it. Hits one! Tries to get it clear. Larin did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's got it, and he's got time. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gets it upfield. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, that flew by. It was breathless stuff. It's been one-way traffic here after the first 45 minutes. A relentless barrage that looks set to continue.
Yeah, I think the first half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return. And I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
And the game has already resumed here. Now, can he capitalise? Inya has a pop! It's a goal! And still they continue with the onslaught.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off?
It's become a case of men against boys. He's made sure that that won't get through. He gets past his man. He's gone for it. Oh, terrific save.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Iniesta. Plays it out to the wing. Adriano is charging up on the header! Decent chance, that is a fine delivery.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
Jorge Cuenca goes looking. Looking to break out here. Plays it out to the flank. Adriano was not to be moved. Valladolid keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
And the counter is on. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. That's been drilled forward. Larin is flagged offside. Daniel Alves. Crosses it in low.
Well, no question as to who's winning the battle in midfield at the moment. Some very impressive pressing in place here.
Tries a shot! That's just wide.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, their position is a dominant one now, Peter, so introducing one of the youngsters for some added experience is bang on.
And it's played forward. And he's there to clear it. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Just brushed off the ball there. It's a decent ball. Shapes to shoot! Oh, almost a sixth!
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Has a hit! Valladolid going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Well, that's where he wants it. Ball's out on the left now. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, good interception. That intervention was very necessary. Well, they could break here. Right through the middle. Oh, good ball. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Forward it goes. He's picked him out. Room for a shot. He's had a shot! It's in! A contest no more. It is nothing short of utter humiliation.
It's part of the game, Peter. It has to get ruthless. Sympathy just doesn't play a part.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Goes for goal! And that is that. A demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.